Good evening, class.
Good evening.
I am Madam Anne, and I'm going to be taking you through plant biochemistry units. And today we are going to learn about the plant cell. So confirm that you can see on your screen the first slide written carry out plant biochemistry.
Yes, we can see it. I can see it.
Okay, thank you. Our session title is the plant cell. And our today's learning outcomes are: the first one, you should be able to define the term cell. You draw and label the structure of a plant cell. And the last one, you should be able to explain the components of a plant cell. So let's go to the definition of a cell. A cell is defined as the smallest basic unit of life that is responsible for all life's processes such as growth, reproduction, and metabolism. It was first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. So, Agnes, take us through the types of cells, sorry.
Okay. The types of the main types of cells include prokaryotic cells. These cells lack of nucleus and other membranes found organelles. Bacteria and archaea are examples of organisms with prokaryotic cells. Then number 2 is eukaryotic cells. This means these cells have a defined nucleus and a membrane-bound organelles. Plants, animals, fungi, and protists are made up of eukaryotic cells. That is it.
Okay, thank you for that. You can appreciate her. Okay, let us now go to the structure of the plant cell. As you can see on your screen, that is the structure of the plant cell. I will send you the notes later so that you can draw it in your notebooks. Let's look at the components of the plant cell. The first component that we are looking at is the cell wall. So a cell wall is the outer rigid layer that surrounds the cell membrane, and it is made up of cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. Some of the functions of the cell wall include: it provides structural supports. It's also used for protection. It helps maintain the shape of the cell, and it also helps prevent excessive water uptake. Let us have Ms. Mbua take us through cell membrane.
Okay. The cell membrane is also known as the plasma membrane. It is thin. Okay, it is a thin, flexible barrier that surrounds the cytoplasm of all cells, including plant cells. In plant cells, it lies just beneath the cell wall. Okay, its functions are selective permeability. That is the membrane passes into and out of the cell. It allows the passage of essential nutrients, gases, and ions while keeping harmful substances out. Another function is protection. It protects the cell from harmful substances and helps maintain a stable internal environment. The third one is transport. The membrane facilitates the transport of substances into and out of the cell. Yeah, thank you.
Let's appreciate her. Okay, thank you. Let us now look at the nucleus. And the nucleus is the brain of the cell that is responsible for controlling and regulating all the cellular activities of the cell. And its functions include its it stores the genetic material, which is the DNA, and it is also used in the DNA replication. The other thing you're looking at is the structure of the nucleus. And as you can see on your screen, that's the structure of the nucleus. It has structures such as nuclear envelope, nuclear pores, nucleolus, and chromatin. So Faith, take us through the functions of those structures. Faith Jepto.
Okay, under the nuclear envelopes, we have double membrane that encloses the nuclear. We have the nuclear pores. These are the channels for molecule exchange between the nuclear and the cytoplasm. We have the nucleoplasma. These are the fluids that fill the nuclear and support its content. And then chromatin, we have the DNA protein complex that contain the genetic information. And the nucleolus is the site of ribosome production.
Thank you, Faith.
That's it.
You can appreciate her. And let us now look at the chloroplast. The chloroplast is responsible for photosynthesis. And photosynthesis is the process by which plants convert sunlight into energy. And the function you have said is the photosynthesis. Let's now look at the structure of the chloroplast. The chloroplast is usually bean shaped, as you can see on your screen, and it has structures such as outer membrane. This is the outer membrane. You can see I'm pointing it with my cursor. Then we have the inner membrane. The function of the inner membrane is a folded membrane that forms stacks of thylakoids. The thylakoids, these ones here, they are disc-shaped structures that contain chlorophyll and other pigments. Then we have stroma here. It is the fluid-filled space surrounding the thylakoids. And the last one is grana here. The grana increases the surface area for light absorption. And that marks the end of our class today. I want to give you an assignment that I will check in our next class. And for your assignment, you will give me the differences between the plant cell and an animal cell. And that assignment will give you 10 marks. And any question before we end the class? So if you don't have any question, that's the end of the class. Let us meet in our next class. Before we go, Faith, tell us what you have learned today. One thing you have learned today. Faith Jepto, we are waiting for you.
Yes.
Miss Mboy, you can tell us that she's getting ready what you have learned today. One thing.
I have learned about the cell. We have seen various types of cells.
May I mute?
Yes. We have seen that the cells
I
contain
have learned
inner
about
cell
the
and outer cell. Yes.
Okay, so thank you for that review. You can appreciate her.